The championship took on a new shape in the last round we saw, round 3 at Thruxton, the under-financed Trackstar team giving Rob Gravitt his first success of the season, while the Class A pace setter Andy Rouse struggled with serious tyre problems. Rouse shredded his tyres on Thruxton's abrasive surface. Silverstone for round 4 might have provided Rouse with similar problems, but he was confident.
Well, we won't have that trouble today. We've got some of the latest Pirelli tyres over from Germany, and they were superb yesterday, so that puts us in good shape for this race.
The balance of power in the 2-litre class had also changed at Thruxton, with John Cleland's victory in the Vauxhall Cavalier showing that the new car was reaching its potential. Mind you, the Works BMWs did themselves no favours, knocking each other off on the last corner, and although Frank Sittner still led the championship, Jeff Allen was able to sneak through and steal second place at Thruxton. Kurt Luby was the guilty party. Sittner was not best pleased, and Allen got a decent result on his return to the championship.
I knew it was the last lap, and I knew the only thing I could do is just try and go to the chicane as late as I desperately dared go. And I thought the young lad would look in his mirror and see me, and I did see his helmet come up and look in the mirror, and the next thing is I see Frank spinning around. I think he took his eye off the road and was trying to outbrake Frank at the same time, and caught them out. And I topped over the chicane and come around to second in class, and a big cheer from the crowd. So yeah, couldn't be better.
Now for round 4 at Silverstone, Allen has qualified right behind Sittner, but both were behind Cleland's Cavalier. At the front of the field in Class A, it was Rouse against Gravitt once again, with Rouse stealing pole position by just 0.05 of a second. Second row was Tim Harvey, Mike Newman alongside him. Sean Walker and Graham Good made up row 3, Bristow and Hathaway row 4, and then came the Vauxhall and the BMWs, the 2-litre cars. Round 4 of the SO British Touring Car Championship. Commentator Murray Walker.
All set for 25 laps of Silverstone's national circuit, and it's go! Andy Rouse gets away well, and Harvey is rocketing up in the Blue Sierra. Coming towards us, Harvey leads from row 2, Gravitt on the right. Sean Walker attacking from row 3, up into second place. Rouse down to 4th. And Frank Sittner's BMW number 55 leads his 2-litre rivals. On towards Maggots, 145 miles an hour. Tim Harvey leading. Then it's Walker, Gravitt and Rouse absolutely together into Beckett's. And look at Gravitt in the White Sierra. He's taking Sean Walker. Going through on the outside. No, he's not. He's down to 4th. Andy Rouse goes through and Sean Walker. Now we are in car with Rob Gravitt down the club straight, 160 miles an hour. And that is Rouse on the left. Gravitt stays ahead though, down to Brooklands, second gear, about 60 miles an hour. And Rob Gravitt is in second place. Andy Rouse is in third position. Then it's Sean Walker, and Rouse goes through. Andy Rouse goes through and up into second place. Gravitt is third, Walker is 4th, Newman is 5th, and Graham Good is in 6th position. Here they come, out of Bridge Corner. There's Tim Harvey, Rouse, Gravitt. Now we're in car with Rob Gravitt. Ahead of us, Andy Rouse, over 550 horsepower. 5th gear, 135 miles an hour. Down into 3rd gear for Cops Corner. So it's Harvey, Rouse, Gravitt, Walker, Newman, Good, and Lawrence Bristow up into 6th position, past Graham Good on the inside. And this early in the race, Tim Harvey has broken the lap record. 1 minute, 9.9 seconds, 98.3 miles an hour. There is Andy Rouse in second position. Behind him in the White Sierra, Rob Gravitt third. Then Walker, Newman, Bristow and Good absolutely together. Back with Rob Gravitt. Now he's making no impression at all on Tim Harvey and Andy Rouse. Into the left-hander at Brooklands goes, and Rouse loses it. Rouse spinning. Rob Gravitt goes up into second position. Sean Walker to third. Newman, Bristow and Good together. Andy Rouse stationary. So let's look at it again. The back of the Ford Sierra drifts out. Off goes Andy Rouse. On goes Rob Gravitt. And Rouse rejoins, but he's down to 17th place. He's got a big recovery job to do. This should be good. Meanwhile, in the 2-litre class, the 1988 British champion Frank Sittner in his BMW leads John Cleland's Vauxhall Cavalier there. He won his class at Thruxton. Jeff Allen's BMW is third in class. And here's Tim Harvey out on his own. A superb drive. The 20 points he'll get for winning, if he wins, are going to come in handy. And it looks like the ex-karting champion has got it made. cool, really travelling, but he is not closing the gap to Tim Harvey. Now, looking through John Cleland's Cavalier windscreen at 45-year-old veteran Frank Sittner's BMW into Brooklands. Sittner, Cleland, Allam, and Mike Newman is touring. There he is in the Black Sierra. He was fourth. He's touring, slipping down through the field. And sports car ace Tim Harvey is now leading by some 5 seconds. And that is a good cushion to control the race from the front. Andy Rouse, look at this. Past Jerry Marnie and Godfrey Hall, up into 11th place. 6 places in 1 lap, and here are his targets now. Sittner, Cleland, Allam and Tim Sugden. Round with John Cleland in the front-wheel drive Vauxhall, over 300 horsepower. Mike Newman into the pits. This is not Mike Newman's day, but headlights on. Andy Rouse is now with Jeff Allam, who is 9th. He's ahead of Tim Sugden. And Andy has got over 250 more horses than the BMW in front of him. Mike Newman into the pits. Now, what's the problem? He's up on the jacks. Lift the bonnet, look at the engine. So there's obviously a power problem, but they've changed the left rear tyre. He is rejoining the race. Bit of delay. Get the airlines clear. Away he goes. Out of the pit lane, into the race. And Rouse is past Cleland. He was 8th. And there ahead of him is Frank Sittner. Rouse slicing his way through the field towards the front, out of bridge. Andy leading the championship in 1990 in his class, but he's losing out to Harvey today. And here is Frank Sittner. And there goes Andy Rouse past him, up into 7th place, but Frank Sittner still leads his class. Rouse still no faster than Tim Harvey, who is leading. Now, in car with Frank Sittner, out of Copse. And look at Andy Rouse rocketing away in the Ford Sierra. Here he is. Harvey leads, Gravit 2nd, Walker 3rd, Bristow 4th, Good 5th, Hathaway 6th, and Andy Rouse, number 1 in 7th position and closing. This is Jerry Marnie, 13th in the race. Drifting a bit wide. He's not 13th, he's 14th, because that is Godfrey Hall going through. Now, up through the gears, down Club Street, on towards Brooklands, and here it is. That was Rouse through. Here's the 2-litre race. Sittner, Cleland, Allam and Sugden right with him. Now, the BMW Junior team is turning out to be a great trio. That's Kelvin Burke, Kurt Luby, Tim Sugden. They take turns to drive the second ProDrive car, and all 3 of them have been a real credit to the team. Here today, it's number 56, Tim Sugden, 4th in his class. Over the line goes Tim, 22 years old, comes from Manchester, 4th in class in his first BMW drive. Right up with the ex-British champion Jeff Allam, number 99 in the ex-Bugatti BMW works car. And that's Tim Harvey, the race leader, into the pits. He's obviously in trouble. I don't know what it is, but that's Andy Rouse taking Hathaway. But poor Tim Harvey, victory firmly in his grasp, but now into the pits and clearly out of the race.
120 degrees. The car felt fine, tyres were good, the car was going perfectly okay, and then all of a sudden temperature just shot off the clock, which is a pretty sure sign that the head gasket's on the way out, so I just shut it off rather than damage the engine anymore. But, yeah, one of those things.
And Andy Rouse is taking 4th place from Graham Good. That's 10 points for him now. And now Lawrence Bristow is in Andy's sights. Down the Club Straight, half a lap behind the 2-litre cars. Cleland, Allam and Sugden chasing Frank Sittner. And Sittner's made the fastest lap in the 2-litre class. 1 minute 15.6, 90.85 miles an hour, and that is a lap record.